My name is Jermaine Spivey, Jermaine Maurice Spivey. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Originally, I currently live in Los Angeles, where I'm happy to call Los Angeles home. And I have danced and traveled because of dance and for work all over Europe for many years now. I've visited here many, many times throughout my career as a dancer and an admiring dancer of the place and the work and the people that were here. And I've had the opportunity now to first create a piece last year for Up Coming program, and then return this year to do an extended version of that piece. I didn't want to really change the whole title, although I feel like approaching the piece now with this new group is very different, so it's a very different piece. It is still related to the original, but it doesn't really resemble the original at all. Code of Conduct, the original piece, had 5 dancers, and now Codes of Conduct has 10. And so it's expanded because of people, but it's expanded because we are thinking about the ideas that we used from the original piece and how to demonstrate them through more bodies. Well, I think every choreographer is co-creating in some way. Some people are more, prepared on the front ends. I tend to prepare enough to then show up to the studio and then really work with them. It feels weird to me to create too much of the piece without the people that I'm gonna create with. So we're making together. I'm driving most of the choreographic material and content, but they are definitely also contributing with thoughts, with their ideas, with how they physically also shape not just the material that's set, but the improvisation. And we're kind of just piecing it all together. And then I'm going home and I'm watching the video and I'm making music that I hope really captures the essence of what I think in my head is happening between them. The sentence structure is always 5. I've always been a music enthusiast and listen to all kinds of music all the time, and was sort of developing that, skill or practice on my own just for myself. And I started recently using it for my own work, and it feels really great. The music that I'm making, I think, is more sound than music. It's like another driving force. It also really helps me to figure out what it is that I'm doing in a more complete way. When we did Code of Conduct, I wrote what felt like the code that we were working with for that group. And I've kind of brought some of those things to this piece and then added a few more. So for Codes of Conduct, we're thinking about formal and shifting. We're thinking about don't or do. We're thinking about the questions bring us closer. Leading is falling. How you were is where you are, is what you will be. And it might be how you were is what you are, is where you will be. And you could change those words, the how, the where, and the what, and put them in different places, which is kind of what we do. And then there are other words like these are, this is, these ones. And I chose those words because we're really thinking about, conceptually for the piece, what does it mean for you, the individual, to work together in a group with people? And to really need and have to do something together and really stick with that togetherness, how does that influence then you personally? Because Ricardo pulls, then Demi swings, then Demi... since we speak so much about individuality in society, how can you develop and kind of empower your individuality while still really, really belonging to a collective and to a group. We all have to follow that code, and then how do you find yourself within that code? So I was interested in trying to give them physical tasks that demonstrates what that work feels like, and then trying to create structures with all of them in space that carry the essence of what I think that work would look or feel like, or what the rhythm of belonging to this group at this particular time looks like and feels like. I really hope that the piece makes people question what they're watching, question how they're watching what they're watching. I hope that they can experience it more than try to figure it out. It's not important that they know every step of the way what's happening. It's not a narrative. It's not a story-driven work. It's driven by a theme and themes that we all can relate to. But I hope that people just really sit and take it in, not just what's happening on stage, but also what they feel as their response to what's happening on stage.